The Podcasting Dead is available on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, and SoundCloud. Make sure to subscribe for more podcasts. And while you're at it, drop us a like. If you want to help support the channel and have access to extra content, secret contests, and more, make sure to search for us on Patreon. Patreon.com/thepodcastingdead.
All right, number one, if we sound a bit robotic, I apologize. We are having some sound equipment issues, which will hopefully be fixed in the next day or two. But in the meantime, my name is Justin.
I'm JP.
And we are the Podcasting Dead. Obviously, from the name, you might be able to tell that we podcast about The Walking Dead. But last night, we actually did a live podcast immediately after the episode. And if you go on our channel, especially on YouTube, you'll be able to find that. Unfortunately, it won't be available if you're listening on SoundCloud or iTunes. But if you go to YouTube, find our channel, you can find that video, I think, under the playlist Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead, general podcasts. But we do like a live reaction to it. And now we're just kind of recapping once more now that we've had 12 hours to digest it. And first off, JP, what did you think of it?
Man, I liked it overall. I think there were, and I mentioned this last night, some missed opportunities as far as, man, somebody should have just got ripped apart in that cave, whether they just brought like a red shirt down there, like just some random character. Really, I thought Jerry should have died.
It would have been heartbreaking, right?
It would have, but it would have taken the show back to the place it was, like season 2, season 3, season 4, like anybody's fair game. And like I said, you got a cave full of zombies, and nobody just gets ripped apart. I think they played it a little safe when they really shouldn't have.
And from everything we were reading and being told, like this episode was just going to mess us up.
Right.
And excuse me for my yawn. This is we stayed up so late watching the episode and talking about it. But I was expecting, and I do see, so the claustrophobic scenes were damn near crippling if you were claustrophobic, I'm not really that claustrophobic, but I will say it had me on the edge of my seat. This episode did really good as far as building up suspension and being tense, but the problem was there was never really a payoff. I mean, after we had a couple of almost deaths and no one died, there should have been that one where you've gotten your guard down and Jerry just goes to do something simple like turn around and the ground falls out from under him. And we don't want Jerry to die. I don't mean to keep weighing on Jerry, but it's because we love Jerry so much that would make it that much more heartbreaking if he were to die.
Yeah, and imagine the toll it would take on Carol. She already feels like an asshole, but if she was responsible for Jerry's death,
the Barn of Pleasures would never be the same.
Well, for one thing, yeah.
If you're new to the channel, we apologize for referencing things that you are not aware of. The Barn of Pleasures is an ongoing gag in which all the Walking Dead characters basically just get in the barn and hump each other. But anyways, I'm sure we'll address that later. Like I said, I don't want Jerry dead. I think I love Jerry so much. I love the actor that plays him. I just love everything about him. But if somebody were going to die and it were going to be tragic and really hit you in the gut to stress the severity of the situation they're in, Jerry should have gotten ripped in half when those zombies were coming up from behind him.
Yeah, man, it should have been like when Tyrese got bit, just out of nowhere, which it's a little less out of nowhere because they are in a cave fraught with whispers and zombies, but it should have just been one of those deaths, it's a mid-season premiere, you don't see it coming, oh my God, I really feel, I hope they're not getting back to where they're playing it safe and there's only going to be a big death once or twice a season on a finale. It's getting
predictable. Yeah, it's just a little predictable. So, I mean, I don't know. At the same time, we probably would have been in here going, I can't believe they killed Jerry.
Right.
If they
I
would
don't want to
have.
see him go, man. Don't get it twisted. I do not want to see him go.
Yeah, Jerry's awesome, but the opportunity, if it wasn't, Jerry, honestly, though, is the perfect character to kill in that scenario. Just because, man, it would be so heartbreaking. He's got kids now. He's got a wife, and he's just the most positive, and I just love Jerry. So for him to died helplessly, pinned in a cave while getting eaten alive from behind, the zombies just behind him eating a booty like groceries.
Yeah.
And Carol to have to watch and know that that's pretty much her fault would have just, it just would have taken, it's just the kind of drama the show needs.
Right.
And a lot of people were saying in our comment section from our live chat that, who were they saying? Connie was going to die. Like, we don't think Magna and Connie are dead yet. But that Connie will eventually die, and that will create a rift between Daryl and Carol, which, I mean, they've been tight since the beginning, pretty much. At least they started getting really tight in season 2, when Daryl was looking for Sophia, and they just really started bonding there. And season 3 was really where you saw the bond that they had. But I mean, so they've been together, they've been bonding for a very, very long time. So it could be good drama to have them not really on speaking terms. But then again, we just got through the whole Michonne not on speaking terms with, blah, blah, blah. So I'm interested to see where they're going. But like yourself, I hope they're not playing it too safe, man. This is a show about the dead that eat the living. People have to die.
Yeah, man. And the last season or so, they've really gotten back to that horror movie kind of feel, and
This episode had a very horror vibe to it.
It did.
Especially with the whole Alpha and Negan thing.
Yeah, just not just not exactly the payoff.
I just don't want to have sex with a chick who's wearing the face of some dead person. Like, look, woman, I don't want to bang Ed Gein here, okay? Like, take the damn mask off.
I've never had like a Freddy Krueger fetish. I've had a lot of fetishes, but never a melty face.
I want to bang a female Freddy Krueger.
Yeah, but that's another scene, man. I mean, I don't know. I would have done it a little differently.
How? Okay, and that's fair point. How would you have done it?
Well, for the first time in a long time, when Negan strips down, we see him. I mean, he's vulnerable. He almost feels kind of violated. You know what I'm saying? Like he should have turned around and been like, "Oh," and just jokingly kind of been like, "Well, coming on kind of forward, ain't you, Mama Bear? Where's the romance?" And then Alpha can say something like, "Romance? Animals don't need a romance. The strong take what they want." And then Negan has this look on his face like, huh? And then, then we kind of introduce the rapey kind of theme.
I have got like goosebumps.
Yeah,
that is real. I am so proud of you, man. Like that would be. Yes.
Like Alpha basically kind of rapes Negan in a sense because, he knows he's got to give her the dick.
Which can furthermore help seal Negan's decision to take her out because we know there's one thing Negan don't like, and that's a rapist.
Exactly.
So, and it's not that we want to see rape, we're saying, but the thing is, like, we've talked about it on past podcasts. So for those of you that listen regularly, if I sound repetitive, I'm sorry. I'm just kind of making sure that new listeners understand where we're coming from. The Whisperers, a big part of why they were scum was that, they lived so primitively, they raped. And they just, their whole philosophy was, the strong survive. So if like females, if a dude tries to rape you, if you're strong enough to fight him off, then the strong survive. But if you're not, then the strong dominate the weak. That's just as twisted and messed up as it is. That's how they saw things. So what JP kind of brought, what JP's scene there really just kind of brought that back without being quite as brutal.
Right.
But definitely showing us like, wow, these people are just out there.
Yeah, but instead we just got kind of goofy, cartoony Negan. Well, ho, baby.
You can tell he was taking one for the team. He was not trying to smash that.
And I do think it is part of like a bigger picture with him. I do think it's gonna play into him doing what we know he's gonna do with Alpha.
Right.
And not just, in her stinky vag. But,
and we say that last night we talked about the fact that you got to consider that Negan just saw Alpha either peeing or pooping. I thought she was peeing. JP, you thought she was pooping. But there was a big pit of poop. We know that. A big poop pit out in the middle of the woods, and Negan fell into the poop pit. So, I mean, we're thinking like, Alpha didn't wipe. Alpha probably hadn't showered or bathed in a very long time. I mean, I know they're all about it. And then she probably would just be like, the smell is what animals chase after.
Right.
Animals don't worry about the smell of their partner. And we just were like,
yeah.
The smell lets you know I'm ripe for the picking.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that's disgusting. But yeah, so it's kind of, if you like I said, feel free to go check that out. That's on our YouTube channel. You can find the last night's live cast. We were very, very happy to see how many people actually were tuned in and commenting. I mean, it was a really, really good time.
Yeah, something we'll certainly have to do again.
I have a text from someone, and I don't know who they are.
Oh, geez, those are the worst.
They are. But yeah, so I mean, really, you only had two things to talk about in this episode. Yeah. You had the cave, and then you had Negan. Now, what do you think is going to? Because we see in the previews for the upcoming episodes that that Gamma's going to make it to Alexandria.
Yeah.
Do you think that number one, I think Gamma's going to die. I think that Beta we see sneaking into Alexandria in the previews. I don't think he's going to do anything but sneak in there and straight up kill Gamma and then sneak back out, which is like you said last night on the live cast, though. It's just got to be hard for Beta to sneak anywhere. Couldn't you send someone a little bit more fun-sized to do your sneaking around?
He's very conspicuous.
Daryl, do you see that tree moving over there? No, Rick, it's just the wind. I mean, like, you can't miss the 6'4" or 5 guy sneaking through camp.
Yeah, he's humongous, and he ain't exactly got the social graces, so I don't see him, like, smooth talking to anybody, you know. Hi, my name's Gerald. I'm from the hilltop. I'm, our resident florist. Just thought I'd come down here and see what kind of arrangements I could put together for you guys. Did I mention my name's Beta? I mean Gerald. I'm Gerald.
I'm Beta Gerald.
Yeah, Beta Gerald. Geez. So, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know.
Beta Gerald. Bobby Gerald.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that he's going to sneak in. He's going to murder Gamma because she's going to reach Alexandria and probably get some kind of sanctuary there because she's providing useful information. I still definitely think that Connie or Magna are going to die. Some people were saying that Magna's been kind of annoying just because they're doing that so that they're going to kill her off, and this makes her leaving the show easier or something.
She didn't have much of a run, did she?
No, she didn't. She showed up at the mid-season premiere last year.
Yeah.
And then now she's been on it like a full year maybe-ish, right? Wasn't it because it was when Jesus died? No, I'm sorry. Duh.
It was Rick's last.
I'm having a brain fart. It was Rick's last episode, which was season 9, episode 5 is when they showed up. So no, they've lasted a little bit longer than I thought. I want to know where Luke is. Like, of that whole group, I love Connie. I think she's a sweetheart, but I think Luke is one of my favorites in that whole group. I just would Connie and Luke are definitely my 2 favorites. Kelly, Yumiko, and Magna, I like them. I don't particularly love them, but I do love Luke and I love Connie. I want to know what Luke's up to.
Yeah, I guess maybe we'll find out next week. Maybe we'll get a little look at Michonne. Still hadn't seen her.
I still want to know why she's got the Negan bat. I've read where people think it's going to be a dream, which makes perfect sense. She doesn't want to see herself becoming Negan type deal. But I don't know, man. If we're going to lose Michonne this season, which we are, I need to be able to spend more time with my boo.
Yeah, which in the if I'm not mistaken, in the comic, Dwayne throws Lucille to Negan during that big brouhaha with the whispers when he finally takes on Beta. Maybe that'll be maybe Michonne will get that scene.
Oh, man.
Dwight. Did I say Dwayne?
You said Dwayne.
You
meant Dwight.
Dwight, yeah.
Dwight. Yeah.
Too many D names.
Unfortunately, he's off.
I don't think Morgan's son is going to come back to life and do that, no.
Hey, Negan, I know you don't know me, but here's your bat. Yeah. I don't know when Dwight's with Morgan screwing Fear the Walking Dead up.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Morgan, and I like Dwight a lot better than I used to. When he first came on the show, he was a complete D-bag. I like him a lot better once we kind of got to know the character more. But with that said, he and Morgan just don't mesh well with the vibe of Fear the Walking Dead.
No, I don't think anybody meshes well with the script those actors are being given right now.
No, and it sucks because you got so many talented actors and so many great characters being thrown by the wayside. I mean, I would love to... I like Johnny and I like June. I don't really care about their little relationship, though. And I used to. Like, I'm sure you can find old podcasts where I was like, I love it. I don't really care anymore. It's just like, yeah, they're together. Cool. Like, we don't need... I don't know. Like, I'm not that I don't... I'm trying to say this in the right way because it could easily be misconstrued. I don't mind them being in a relationship. I'm not saying I'm over their relationship, kill one of them. No, but just stop making them like the show's couple, if that makes any sense. Let them be a couple.
Yeah,
but just move on. There's other things to focus on other than their love. Focus on what Strand's up to. Focus on what Alicia's doing and get her to stop painting those damn trees and go back to being a badass.
I used to really like that show, man.
I did too, man. I would love to see like Strand, Daniel, not so much Luciana. I don't think she's that good of a character. But I would love to see Alicia, Strand, Daniel. Would love to see... Dwight and Morgan. I love it all back on the wall. Like and Garrett Dillahunt, John. I would love to see John Dory on The Walking Dead with that kind of a writing. I would like to see him a little bit more bad, like in situations where he has to be a badass.
Yeah, dude. Anything other than God, I can't even remember what happened last season. I don't know.
And how
anything
cute!
But that.
I want to love like Johnny and June.
Yeah,
this was too. Ugh. Yeah. So, but anyways, we're here to talk about the premiere of The Walking Dead. Not to bash Fear the Walking Dead. We can do that when their own premiere comes on.
Oh, God, don't remind me.
I am kind of excited for World Beyond. It might be terrible, dude. It could absolutely be a terrible, garbage-ass excuse of a show and just another Scott Gimple AMC cash grab. But my hopes are being it's a limited 2-season run that there is a story that they're telling.
Yeah, I have high hopes for that one.
They're not just writing another show in hopes to, we'll just keep it going as long as we can and make them add dollars.
Right.
Like, my hope is that this is going to bridge the gap between the Walking Dead crew and Rick somehow. We know Maggie's coming back, but I've seen a lot of people say that won't be until the last damn episode.
Yeah, man. What's going on with that? What's up with that?
WTF, man.
The only way that would be excusable is if I found out she was filming Flashpoint, she was playing Martha Wayne. Again.
That would be the only. But then Jeffrey Dean Morgan would have to
you're right.
be gone too to play Thomas Wayne. So hot diggity dog.
Yeah.
Do you think afterwards, like after Negan was like, Alpha, I want to take you to my special place, and they takes her into the barn, and Ezekiel's there with his big tumor, and it's just like, welcome to the barn of pleasures.
I guess you could use that tumor as kind of like a phallic kind of thing.
And not making fun of people with cancer. It's horrible, but just for the sake of the Barn of Pleasures and Ezekiel's big knotty tumor, we just had to say something. Yeah. When I saw it, I don't know, just something about a tumor being on a zombie show and the thought that teeth could sink into that just, my God.
It'd be a rough one. Man.
I really wish King Ezekiel would live. I love King Ezekiel.
Maybe if they could introduce the zombie contagion into the cancer
cells,
like maybe it would, only kill. I don't know.
Welcome to the Barn of Pleasures. I only have about 3 days left, so it's time to get funky fresh.
Oh, Lord.
Roar, dude, I'm back.
Yeah.
I almost had my butthole eaten by zombies, but thank goodness I shed my armor and was able to live.
Yeah, that armor, man, that was really the only thing holding Jerry back.
Jerry, you saucy tiger, get over here.
Lord in heaven.
Alpha's just in there like, what the hell is this? I just imagine, man, she's like the female Caleb Crawdad. There has been a murder, and you, Gamma, are a suspect.
Yeah, at one point when she was talking to Negan, I almost got shades like Jadis. She's just like leaving out pronouns and stuff for no reason.
Yeah, she definitely was.
Definitely. Like, Jesus Christ, man.
Tell no one.
Does grammar have to die with civilization? Does it?
Look, I get that civilization's gone, but does grammar have to be dragged down?
Yeah.
Can't we all just speak good English? I speak gooder English than you, Daryl.
Yeah.
Oh man, and poor Daryl, right? Like, he's been best friends with Carol. His the love of his life, a young, strapping lad by the name of Rick Grimes, rides off into the sunset. For all Dare Bear knows, Rick's dead. So then Daryl finds Connie, who is an awesome, like replacement, as far as his love interest. I think she's sweet. She's pretty. I love the fact that she is able to be such a badass while she's deaf. I mean, it just shows that her handicap doesn't hold her back one bit. She's awesome. And it's so crazy how it's good writing and acting when they can make a character that doesn't speak any lines so likable. You know what I mean? But then she gets buried under a mountain by his best friend. He really is going to just go back and live in the woods. Like, poor Dare Bear, by the time Rick shows back up, Daryl's not going, hey, Daryl, I'm back. I didn't die. I don't care, Rick. Go away.
Yeah, man, Daryl just can't find happiness. He can't have it.
The second I show you my heart, you'll just die again. Oh, come on, Dare Bear.
He just, I don't know. I don't know if there's any hope for Daryl. I can't say.
I don't know, man. But I'm excited getting into the season. With all that said, and any of the negatives we might have said about this episode, keep in mind that I still really like the episode.
It was still a solid episode.
I still really love this show. So I am so glad to have it back on. And even though it's not all going to be good Walking Dead, it is pretty interesting to know for the next several months. I mean, most of this year, there's going to be some Walking Dead programming on, be it A World Beyond, which starts, I think, right when this show wraps up. And then you got Fear of the Walking Dead coming back on the heels of that, I believe. So
yeah, it's going to be a feeding frenzy.
Not on Fear, though. They don't do shit on Fear.
Nah.
I mean, the only way Fear would be cool, and it's, I hate to keep going back to Fear because we're here to talk about The Walking Dead, but man, am I just the only one that don't give a damn about these enemies on Fear? Like this Annie Oakley looking chick? Like, I don't even care.
I was going to say, I can't even remember who the bad guy's supposed to be. Is it the crazy lady or the trucker dude? Or I don't know.
What do you think the craziest thing that was said during Negan and Alpha's lovemaking?
God, what did they say?
No, I mean, no. What do you think? Like imagining them actually doing the deed
of chunking the monkey.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez, man.
I poor Negan. He's been locked up. He ain't got no butt in a long, long time. I'm sure that was a pretty short experience for Alpha.
Yeah, man.
He probably was like, I'm sorry, honey, but I am done. It's been a while. And she was like, wrong answer.
Yeah, and
I'm going to take your balls now into the duty pit with you.
Ugh.
I don't know why she kind of transformed into Michael Jackson there. Into the duty pit with you. It's all full of duties and feces. It's so just...
I think I'd probably rather have sex with Michael Jackson than with Alpha.
Really? I mean, I'm still going for the female here.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he looks any less weird than Alpha.
It's funny.
And he's got a much leaner body, so there's
with
that.
JP's homoerotic humor, somebody asked on the stream last night if we were together.
Yeah. That's for us to know and you to just not ever ask about again.
Yeah, we're not. I don't think my girlfriend would approve of that, nor my 9-month daughter. You know.
Yeah, perhaps not.
Wouldn't appreciate Daddy stepping out on Mama like that.
Oh no. Oh Lord. Well, animals have no concept of whatever
right
the word
and wrong.
No, monogamy.
Well, some animals do.
Well, penguins, I guess, but
there's certain species of birds that mate for life. There's certain, I think, species of monkeys or apes or
I've heard the bonobos, man. They have a lot of fun.
The bonobos.
Yeah, they're kind of like chimpanzees, but I think they might take up mates. There's a lot of lesbianic activity with bonobos.
Is that right?
Yeah, they can be pretty darn gay.
They be pretty darn gay.
They can be.
And hey, we love them all the same.
Yeah.
Bonobos. We'll have to look those up. Those are interesting.
Yeah, very interesting primates.
Let's see here. But yeah, man, I overall, like I said, I think it was a good episode. I think that I really, like you said, though, I hope this isn't a sign that they're going soft on us.
Yeah.
And I know it's kind of hypocritical because we sit here and say this and then they'll kill a character and we'll be like, no, why would you kill that character? But still, you got to crack some skulls. A lot of times that's just initial emotion to it. Now, I still maintain and will always maintain that killing Carl in the way that they did was stupid.
Ridiculous.
Not that Carl shouldn't have died, that it couldn't have been emotionally impactful at a certain point, like in the show, but just the way they did it was so stupid. And a lot of people were like, I remember when that happened. Y'all are always saying somebody needs to die, and then one does. They're like, yeah, but not like this. Anyways, we won't go. If you want to hear us talk more about that, just go back through the whole podcast because we have spent plenty of time trashing the decision to kill Carl Grimes the way that they did.
Right.
The way that they did. I'm not against killing Carl if it was done right and there was some real. They just really wanted to force a change in Rick's perspective really quick before they wrapped up that season. So they were like, all right, we want Rick to not kill Negan. Yeah. How can we do that? So we got to kill Carl.
Yeah.
And then that's, pretty much what happened.
Wasn't very good.
But anything else you want to leave them with before we wrap it up, P?
I don't know, man. We go back to the rating system? You gonna rate a?
Oh yeah, we do rate.
Give it a rating.
Yeah. Let's see. You go. Well, we try to go at the same time, don't we?
It's up to you, brother.
Ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. You gave it a 3, or is that a 3.5?
I gave it a 3. No, I gave it a 3.
Just a solid 3.
Like more good than bad, solid, but still, I think a lot of missed opportunity. And I'll just leave it at that. We should be on the writing staff, obviously.
Oh, it's been several times in the past. I mean, sometimes it's been your ideas, sometimes it's been my ideas, but we've definitely came up with some ideas in the last few years that I think would have been really good. Like, I really love your idea of the Negan Alpha, kind of just like putting Negan in, you know, not that Negan ever raped anybody, but kind of putting him in his victim's place in a way,
right,
just showing like how it feels to have someone that you're powerless over that just does basically whatever they want.
Yeah, Negan, he was definitely more of like sexual coercion more than like rape. I mean, I know it's still in the same ballpark, you know.
He wouldn't hold you down and rape you. He would just make your life hell if you didn't have sex with him. So in the range, it's rape, but it's not like violent rape.
Yeah, it's kind of what you've been hearing a lot from like the Jeffrey Epstein trial. Like a lot of these women, like they're not saying like he like held them down and raped them, but he basically put them in positions where they had to choose between their career and having sex with this disgusting old man, you know. So it's still vile and nasty and, you know, still in the rape realm. But, you know, it's like murder. I guess there's different degrees.
Murder. There has been a murder, sir, and you are a suspect.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. But like your depiction of that was awesome. I really like that.
Yeah, I have a good one every now and then.
Yeah, you do. But I guess that's going to wrap it up. Leave us your thoughts in the comments below, and please make sure you check out our live stream cast from last night.
It's worth watching. It's some fun.
We're not on camera very often, so if nothing else, it's pretty cool because we're chilling in my basement, in my man cave, and you actually get to see a little bit of it. So
yeah, nothing else. It's worth it just to see the cave.
Just to see the cave.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll catch you tomorrow on Patreon for a Patreon exclusive podcast. If you're new to the channel, consider checking out our Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you get extra podcast, extra content, secret contests, all kinds of cool stuff. We actually have some Walking Dead merch that we're going to be giving away. So we're pretty stoked about that. So yeah, check that out on Patreon. A little as $1 a month. You can help support our dreams.
Yeah.
We haven't quite, right now is the time to join too, because honestly, if you join for $1, we haven't set up tiers yet. We have them, but we haven't started like assigning certain things to tiers. So right now you're getting pretty much everything regardless of your tier, but we're going to eventually set up some kind of tier system because we got some people that are paying a lot and we definitely want, to give them their money's worth. But for right now, you're going to get an extra like 8 podcasts a month.
Yeah, man. And I was thinking about it, dude. How do you feel about the next live thing we doing like a live giveaway? I don't know how we'd do it, but we'd figure it out.
Oh, we definitely had enough people in there that we totally could. I mean, we could play a guessing game. Like maybe we could play like a game of trivia and have like the answer written down, and then whoever answers it first in the comment section, just we can ponder it, but just something like that.
So you heard it here first. Our next live stream, which could be this next Sunday. I'm not going to commit.
Knowing JP, there's no promise, but the one thing JP does keep his promises. He does show up to my house for the premieres and the finales.
Yeah, so. And we may figure out a way for me to remote, like do it from both our crews.
That's what we're working on.
We'll figure it out, but yeah.
Sorry for the
There will be lots of cool giveaways coming soon.
But yeah, so check that out.
For you.
Yeah, for you and for me. We should do giveaways for each other.
Yeah, hey, that's fun. We miss Valentine's Day, but it's never a bad, idea to give a gift to someone.
You told me you were going to take me out for pizza, and you never did.
No,
you never do.
We'll be all right.
Say that to tell that to my broken heart. That's going to wrap it up for us. Thank you so much for making us a part of your day. I hope you know how much we appreciate you, and we'll see you tomorrow on Patreon, and we will see you this Wednesday for Weird Wednesday. Had to skip last week because of scheduling conflicts, and most importantly, because of the equipment issues we've been dealing with. But yeah, we'll be back this Wednesday, and maybe we'll finally get around to the dog man.
Yeah, I want to talk about him. I want to talk some more about the corona stuff going on. There's a lot of nasty
A lot of people have been
that.
telling me that there's supposedly warehouses full of bodies and stuff over there.
Yeah, man, a lot of like mass cremation kind of things going on in China. From the things I've heard, I can't verify it, but yeah, I don't know, man.
Scary times. But yeah, so we'll discuss something to that effect on Wednesday, and then again we'll see you on Patreon Tuesday. I know I'm repeating myself and going in circles. I'm sleepy, and it's time to wrap this thing up. I'm Justin.
JP.
And we're the Podcasting Dead.